Alright everyone, so a couple days ago, Sundae Cookie released with the anniversary update. Now, she has proven herself to be a very strong DPS cookie, and it's about time that I make my guide on how to build her. Now, in today's video, we will be going over Sundae Cookie's kit and promotions, along with her best artifacts, equipment, hidden powers, and even her rotations, along with her teams. Like always, if you do end up enjoying, a like and a subscribe would be very appreciated because it tells YouTube that you want to see more of these videos, so if you do want to see more of these videos, make sure to let YouTube know that. But before we start, I do want to give a huge shout out to Cereziath for doing all the calculations for the equipment, hidden powers, and artifacts. I'll link his channel down below. Make sure you go subscribe to him because none of this information would be possible without him. And also a shout out to Taskira for helping me figure out all the information and helping with the rotations for this as well. Y'all better go subscribe. Anywho, let's move on to the video. Like always, we are starting with her kit overview. Her passive, Sugarland's Owner, allows her to do a little bit of extra damage on her next basic attack or special skill after doing damage with her special skill. This damage is not considered direct damage and is considered bonus damage. She has both a basic attack and a charge attack. Her basic attack, Sweet Smash, has her do a 5-hit combo, which is actually more of a 6-hit combo because her second hit actually does damage twice. Meanwhile, her charge attack has her charge up for a while and then do damage in a line in front of her. This attack is not actually worth using in the middle of a fight. Her special skill, Sugar Drop, has her jump in the air and then jump back down, doing skill damage in an AoE around her. Now, 3 hits with Sugar Drop enhances it to High Sugar Drop, where she does the same thing, but it does more damage and in a wider area. Her ultimate, Sugar Fiesta, puts her into the Parade state, where her special skill has a lower cooldown. This state lasts for 12 seconds or after she's used her special skill 5 times during it. Moving on to her promotions, her 2-star promotion will increase the damage of High Sugar Drop by 40% and will reduce the number of special skills required to get it by 1. Her 3-star promotion will increase the damage of Sugar Drop, High Sugar Drop, and her ultimate by 15%, and when using Sugar Drop or High Sugar Drop while the Parade mode is active, it will increase her movement speed by 20% for 1.5 seconds. Her 4-star promotion will increase the number of special skills that you can do during Parade mode by 3, and it also lowers the cooldown even further to just below a second. And finally, her 5-star promotion is actually her stat increase for HP, defense, and HP, but it also includes a total damage bonus dealt by plus 4%. While Sundae's Cookie kit might look a little complex, it's actually a pretty simple kit in play, and I do enjoy playing her a lot. But it's time we move on to her artifacts. Now, her best artifact is going to be her signature artifact, Bejeweled Memories. Now, this is a very simple artifact. After using your special skill or your ultimate, your elemental damage is increased by 60% and your special skill damage is increased by 70%. Now, this is by far her best artifact. Not only is that a boatload of elemental damage, that is a massive amount of special skill damage, which is what Sundae Cookie mostly does. This artifact also grants attack as its default stat, but that's a little less important here. This is an artifact you get for free with Sundae Cookie when you log in during the anniversary, so if you have this artifact, make sure you put it on her. Now, her best replacement artifact is going to be Snowy Slope Speeding, which also has attack as its default stat. But what makes this artifact so good is its abilities give her up to 45% extra crit rate and 75% extra crit damage. Now, while this does sound very good, it is worse than her signature because you are missing out on so much special skill damage that you will not get if you go Snowy Slope Speeding, while you can actually get the crit rate and crit damage from substats. Now, it does allow you to get other hidden powers if you do go Snowy Slope Speeding, but the damage will always be worse even if you do get the most optimal hidden powers on Snowy Slope Speeding. But it does have really good synergy with her because her basic attacks do hit a lot, meaning you can stack up the crit rate really fast, and you can stack up the crit damage really fast because, again, you also do your special skills a lot, so you do have good uptime on it, and it does work with her, but her signature artifact will be better always. Now, the final epic artifact I will recommend will be a Warming Meal. Now, unfortunately, this artifact is actually much worse than the other two options, but if it is the only thing you have, then it can work. The one nice thing about it is its default stat actually gives 25% crit rate, which is very useful, but the rest of its abilities are kind of mediocre, only granting 15% crit rate and 75% elemental damage when at max stacks. But unfortunately, when you compare this artifact to the other options, it begins to look a little mediocre. In total, this artifact provides 40 30% crit rate and 75% elemental damage, but when we compare it to Bejeweled Memories, you're getting 35% attack, 60% elemental damage, and 70% special skill damage. So you're getting a lot more stats with just this, and with this one you're getting even more because you still get the attack percent, but you're getting like even more crit rate, and you're getting a ton of crit damage. So while you can actually use this artifact and you can utilize it properly and you can keep the stacks up, the stats it gives just are not they're not good. They're not great. It's mediocre, guys. As for rare artifacts, Warrior's Oath is gonna be pretty okay. You get elemental damage if your party has more dark type cookies and you get some extra attack, and Lonesome Moonlight is generally an okay option for rare artifacts as well because you get the attack and you get even more attack for every 10% HP lost, but I would just stick to the epic artifacts if I'm being honest. Moving on to weapons, her best weapon is going to be the colorful sugar hammer, which is her unique. Uniques are always the best option for their respective cookie, so this is no surprise. But for her, she gets a massive plus 30% total damage bonus when it is fully promoted, and that is absolutely crazy for any DPS. But some other epic options might include the Fragrant Laurel Bow, the Sturdy Baguette Staff, the Boomerang Candy, and the Golden Orange Choco Spear. Now moving on to equipment sets, she actually has two best equipment sets because they are the same thing. That is the Sugarland set and the TBD set. Now these two sets do the exact same thing, they have the exact same stats, just Sugarland looks different than TBD. But what makes this set so powerful is it grants an absolute boatload of attack. If we look at every piece of this set, it just provides so much attack. You have some elemental attack there, you have elemental damage there, and you have the attack percent on the headwear, but the bonus itself provides up to 30% extra attack when attacking an enemy with an elemental tag. While that might seem a kind of annoying condition to use a set, anywhere where having good equipment matters, you will be playing her with a tagger, so ultimately this doesn't matter and it's just essentially a free extra 15% attack. Now her second best set is going to be Forgotten Hero, which a lot of people thought was going to be her best set, but unfortunately Forgotten Hero is just kind of weird. Now Forgotten Hero's entire thing is that it boosts special skill damage really well. As you see, it has the special skill damage increase on its unique ability, and on the set bonus you get up to 30%. The issue is that the set bonus is actually kind of weird, so you get plus 20% extra special skill damage after using a dash, but in a lot of game modes this is very annoying to do and can definitely ruin rotations because you have to press an extra button in order to get that bonus. Otherwise, without that bonus, you are doing way less damage. And a lot of people think that just like, oh, well, you can just do the dash and it's fine. But missing it once or twice or 3 times can actually change your damage numbers a lot. Not to mention, it actually is kind of worse because her signature artifact already grants so much special skill damage that it kind of makes this special skill damage a little less useful if you are using them both together. Does that mean this set is bad? No, it doesn't. It is still her second best set by far, and it is not a bad set, but when comparing it to TBD, it is not as good consistently, so that is kind of why you do want to use the Sugarland set and the TBD set over Forgotten Hero. But if you do end up building Forgotten Hero, it is not the end of the world. Now, 2 other sets I will talk about. First of all, we have the Elemental Dark set. This is essentially just a worse version of TBD and Sugarland. It just provides a lot of dark related stats like attack, dark damage, attack percent, but overall the stats it gives are much worse than TBD and Sugarland. So if you are very new to the game and you end up getting a darkness set, you can put it on Sundae Cookie, but you are going to want to replace this eventually because again, it does not provide enough stats to really be considered an in-game set. Now the final one is going to be the Mysterious Wanderer set. Now this set provides pretty decent stats. The issue is that you can't properly utilize the ability. Mysterious Wanderer is utilized by cookies like Iceman and Kohlrabi, who attack a lot and have a lot of direct hits. Now while Sundae Cookie does attack a decent amount, she's not attacking nearly enough to make proper usage out of the damage or the passive, the damage from the passive. It's not a horrible set because it does provide some nice stats, it does provide some crit rate, it does provide some crit damage, it does provide some elemental damage, and it does provide some elemental attack. So again, it's not a horrible set, but this is mostly something that you don't want to heavily invest in because it is not something you are going to want to be carrying with you to the end game. As for your epic options, for your epic headwear, you can use the bamboo hat, the golden rose crown, or the aurora hood. For the bodywear, you can use the black gothic dress or the celestial candy cuirass, and for the legwear, you can use the dark assassin pants or the Arum dragon armor. Now the hidden powers is where things get fun. Now I'll be providing the best hidden powers for the artifact artifact and equipment combinations that have to do with Bejeweled Memories and Snowy Slope Speeding, and all of the equipment sets that I mentioned in the equipment section of the video, and I'll also be providing 2 for a warming meal. But starting with what is going to be considered the best hidden power combination and the best equipment and artifact combination is going to be Bejeweled Memories with TBD/Sugarland, and with that combination you will be running 5 crit rate and 3 crit damage. Now there is a caveat there that 1 elemental attack, 4 crit rate and 3 crit damage may be considered better in the future, but for now the 5 crit rate and 3 crit damage is considered better now. Now the second best hidden power artifact and equipment combination will be Bejeweled Memories with Forgotten Hero, which will want 2 elemental dark attack, 4 crit rate and 2 crit damage. Now the final 2 combinations for Bejeweled Memories, the elemental dark set is going to want 5 crit rate and 3 crit damage, just like TBD and Sugarland, and Bejeweled Memories with Mysterious Wanderer will want 1 elemental attack, 1 attack percent, 4 crit rate and 2 crit damage. So moving on to Snowy Slope Speeding, Snowy Slope Speeding with TBD and Sugarland is going to be 2 dark attack, 2 crit rate, 3 crit damage, and 1 dark damage. Now dark damage usually is not ran, but because you are getting so much crit rate, crit damage, and attack from TBD and your Snowy Slope Speeding, you kind of need that extra dark damage just to kind of round out the build and to prevent diminishing returns. Moving on, Snowy Slope Speeding with Forgotten Hero is going to be 2 dark attack, 2 attack percent, 1 crit rate, 1 crit damage, and 2 dark damage. For Snowy Slope Speeding and the Dark Elemental set, you are simply going to want to run 2 dark attack, 2 attack percent, 2 crit rate, and 2 crit damage. And the final combination for Snowy Slope Speeding is going to be 2 dark attack, 3 attack percent, 1 crit rate, crit damage, and dark damage. Now the final artifact I will be providing the hidden powers for will be a warming meal. For a warming meal and TBD/Sugarland, you are going to want to run 1 dark attack, 3 crit rate, and 4 crit damage. And for a warming meal in Forgotten Hero, it will be 2 dark attack, 2 attack percent, 1 crit rate, and 3 crit damage. Now that is a lot of hidden powers, but I would highly recommend sticking with the Bejeweled Memory hidden powers, specifically the first set that I gave you, because that is going to be the best and the one you will use the most. All of the others are just alternatives depending on your account situation. Now for Sundae Cookie's rotation, she only has 2 rotations. She has her main rotation, and then she has her rotation that you use if you are using Snowy Slope Speeding. Now her first and main rotation is very simple. You simply use your ultimate and then you just spam your special skills after using your ultimate. Now this is just so that way you can maximize your damage from your special skills without other interruptions. And after you are out of your special skills, just do your basic attacks and wait for your special skills to come back up, to which you then just keep using them. It's very simple, very easy, and literally anyone can do it. Now her second rotation with Snowy Slope Speeding is a little more complex. After every single special skill inside of her ultimate, you are going to do your basic attack until it hits its second stage, as you see where it spins, until you have 2 special skills left, to which you're then just gonna use them before the time runs out. And that's really all that's different with this rotation when you're using Snowy Slope Speeding. It's not as simple. It's still pretty easy to do though. Now a full team rotation will look a little something like this. I have not properly tested with this team, so this might not be the most optimal rotation available, but this is just a little something what it'll look like. After you set up your support ultimates, you then just do special skills and you win the game. It's pretty simple. Again, this is a very simple cookie. I know there's a lot of text to read, but anyone can pull off her rotations. I am sure of it. Anyways, that's the video. If you guys enjoyed, a like and a subscribe would be very appreciated. And I will see you all next time. Bye!